Well, hi there, and welcome to Home Wizards, where we love to improve your home and improve your life. I'm Cindy Dole.
Hey, I'm Eric Stromer.
And I remember when we were doing our kitchen project, Eric, they were bashing out a wall and working on various odds and ends. And somehow, and I'm in the home office working on my computer, and all of a sudden it goes, whoo. And I thought, yeah. What was happening? I think that we basically lost a TV. The bedroom TV burned, sizzled out on that. Luckily, I didn't lose my computer. But, it happens. I mean, have you ever had that happen where all of a sudden there's a sudden loss of power and you go, oh, no.
Yeah, growing up in the Midwest, up in northern Wisconsin, where we would go every summer, there was a tremendous amount of lightning storms. And I remember lightning would hit, I think a quarter mile away, actually. It hit a power line, which then sent current to all the houses along this row of a power grid. And what happens with digital or mechanical devices is that they become like magnets for that kind of a situation, and everything just fries and melts in its path. So it's true that even up to a half a mile away, if lightning strikes, some of your devices digitally or electronic are just going to fry and be sort of melted and fused together. That's why surge protection is a huge, huge thing you should really consider. And,
when you have if not even lightning, I mean, if the guys or the gals that you have over helping you, or you're doing some project around the house and all of a sudden, they've had to turn the power off, but they haven't told you that they had to turn the power off because they're working on electrical or something else is going on. They're drilling into a wall and all of a sudden they've hit something. I mean, you're fried.
Yeah.
So, yeah?
So the device that clearly is going to save any of your digital appliances or devices,
computer, TV,
is a surge protector, and it's inexpensive. You plug it into the wall. It's got a place where once current comes in that's over the 120 that it should be, it'll regulate it, shut it down, and protect your devices from melting into fused metal.
So let's lay it out there, because I think a lot of us have power strip surge protectors, and I think that a lot of us are lulled into a false sense of security because while they help a little bit, it's not the same as a whole house surge protector. I mean, it's completely, it's a smaller level, and I think that the whole house surge protector really is key, especially in a lightning-prone area, but really anywhere these days, because, I mean, we're also dependent on our electronics, our technology.
Yeah, and think about the rolling blackouts that occur during heat waves in the summertime. I mean, stuff like that, too, as power goes out or power comes on again, can do the exact same thing. So that's why I think it really is a good recommendation to get a whole house surge protector.
So let's talk about the price points of a whole house surge protector. I mean, it seems like it's not that expensive of a thing to do.
No, it isn't. It's absolutely affordable, and it can go directly into your panel, and then it just shuts everything down. And we already have with some of these newer panels the ability for things to trip. When you hear that little lever in your panel just go click like that, instead of it's cut out, so it protects that device from frying. But again, taking it to the next level is the whole house protection.
So the price point, what would you say it is? A few $100s?
Yeah, it can be about a couple $100 all the way up to. It depends on the size of the house, obviously, and the amount of power that you're using. But a couple $100 all the way up to maybe $1,000, and well worth it if you have a ton of digital devices, which I know most of us do now. Think about how many devices are in my home between my 3 kids.
30, 50.
We've got. Yeah, probably so. Especially when there's a sleepover with the freshman high school guys.
Yeah,
there's probably 5 iPads, 5 iPhones, all on chargers. Boom boxes, stereo, whatever TVs, everything's going at the same time. It can really save thousands of dollars if you come into one of these situations where power suddenly amps up and arcs a little bit.
And so it will really protect your entire home and everything in it. What would you say this is a DIY project? Probably not.
No, definitely not. You're definitely going to want to have an electrician come, and I often recommend anything with electricity, unless you've done this 1,000 times before. First and foremost, you have to know where your panel is so that you can shut power off. If you're doing something as simple as changing out a chandelier even, I recommend that you always have the whole power to the house off. And then it better still if you can isolate each room and have your spouse in the house and you're clicking the circuit outside going, is this on? And she's like, huh? Oh, that's kitchen. And then you label everything with a piece of white tape next to it. That's a really good first step. And then from there, if you're going to get into installing some of these surge protections for the whole house, you want to bring out a professional to really understand and maybe look at your panel. And you may need some upgrade in a panel situation because a lot of times all these panels from like the 1940s and 50s homes really start to wear out. And again, if there's too many circuits if too many appliances on one circuit, that can overload. And
then all of a sudden, Willow was drying her hair. We get too many hair dryers going at the same time.
Oh boy, yeah, that's right. Exactly.
The price of beauty is what it is. But then when you compare that though to, because who doesn't have the power strips, right? And the subtle difference is, the power strip protectors as opposed to the whole house, right? The power strip surge protectors take the brunt of the abuse, I think, from the daily electrical surge, rather than your electronics taking the hit. But, your power strip surge protectors themselves will eventually wear down and become less and less effective over time.
Yeah, and then unless you have a power strip on every device in your home, the only thing that's protected by the strip is what's directly plugged into the strip, right? So if you have some office equipment on one protector, a power strip protector, but your bedroom you don't have it, the thing in the bedroom is going to get fried because it doesn't have that protection. So that's why it's recommended that you take a peek around the world of the whole house surge protection.
Yeah, and I think that too, it's a good idea because think about it: your computer files, all that important data. And by the way, if you don't have your stuff backed up, that's another reason to make sure you have it backed up. In addition to having the whole house surge protector and some really great quality strip protectors too. I mean, I think it's a good investment.
Yeah, and also keep in mind that the digital information doesn't necessarily last forever on any of these hard drives, external drives. So, you get one chance. If that thing goes and all your family photos have been digitized, they're gone forever. So you definitely want to protect that
as
much as possible. Yeah.
Well, when we come back, we're going to talk about, speaking of power and outages, what about some of these backup generators, right? There's different levels that can kind of keep you protected and running in spite of what natural disasters may occur. We're going to walk you through it, all right? Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole, we love to help improve your home and improve your life. You're listening to Home Wizards.